So let's look at this anatomy a bit further. So let's study this structure called a pharyngobasilar fascia. Now, when you read about the nasopharynx, nasopharyngeal carcinoma, you come across this term, the pharyngobasilar fascia. Pharyngo means the pharynx. Basilar refers to the skull base. So pharyngobasilar fascia is the fascia that holds up the pharynx. If you think of the pharynx, the superior constrictor, the middle constrictor, the inferior constrictors, they can't be suspended in the middle of nowhere. They must be stuck to the skull base. They must be hang from the skull base. And from about the level of the hard palate, the superior constrictor to the skull base is fibrous. It's very much like you think about your anatomy, it's like the tensor fascia lata. It's a fascia with no muscle and it's stuck to the skull base. And this is where the attachment of the pharyngobasilar fascia is. So from this level down, it's all muscle. At this level is the pharyngobasilar fascia, and this pharyngobasilar fascia is ligamentous. So the attachment is something like this. It comes from around the medial pterygoid plate to the region around the opening of the internal carotid artery. All structures lateral to the pharyngobasilar fascia is considered to be outside the nasopharynx. All structures within it is the nasopharynx. So in other words, the pharyngobasilar fascia defines the anatomy of the nasopharynx. Everything that's inside is called the nasopharynx. Everything outside is not the nasopharynx. And if you look at it that way, you see that the foramen lacerum is actually within the nasopharynx. It is within the pharyngobasilar fascia, whereas the foramen ovale is actually outside. Why then, we ask, why is it that tumor that arises around this region would want to spread through the foramen ovale instead of going through the foramen lacerum? There must be an explanation why. The explanation is this. The foramen lacerum in real life is not empty. It is actually covered by fibrocartilage. Now let me draw this analogy for you. If you want to travel from this place to this place, you're going to find it very difficult because of all the traffic jam. It means that there's a lot of resistance. So if tumor wants to spread through the foramen lacerum, it's very difficult because of the resistance provided by fibrocartilage. And we know that fibrocartilage is one of the most difficult to erode substance in the body. Tumor finds it exceedingly difficult to erode cartilage. Now, if you want to travel from this place to this place in a very quick and easy fashion, what you can do actually is to take an MRT or to do a train underground. There's no traffic jam. And if you want to think in terms of an analogy, this is actually your nerve. And this is a foramen ovale. There is no traffic jam, and people can move along trains and nerves very quickly, just like malignant cells and passengers. You can travel very quickly along the nerve. So, although this is further away, it provides a much easier route of transportation for malignant cells. And we know that perineural spread in the head and neck is a very common phenomenon because it provides a very easy route for movement.